A friend of mine has given me this. Hi, I'm Arthur, and today we'll make a sampled instrument out of this instrument for the piano book community. This is a Taishogoto, a Japanese instrument invented in 1912 by Morita Goro. It's a mix between a guitar and a typewriter machine. The sound is a cross between a harp and a guitar. There's a couple of things that makes this instrument interesting. We've got 4 strings, so when we play, we never play all of them in the same time, so we've got that kind of guitar thing. Secondly, we've got that string that is 1 octave lower than the other strings, so we're basically always playing on 2 octaves. And finally, we've got 3 versions of the same note, and they're never tuned the same way, so we've got a kind of cool detune. Now let's prepare the recording setup. So here's the setup. We've got an AKG C413 as well as a pickup mic just here. Both are going into my Focusrite and then Logic. So here's how it sounds like. Now let's compare the different mics. Here is a drone. We can change the notes of the higher strings, but not of that drone. I first recorded the Taishogoto. Here I'm recording every semitone with 3 round robins and 3 velocity layers, so 9 versions of every note. Then, for the processing, I denoised the files, after what I cut the files to get my individual notes. The first velocity layer was not loud enough to allow me to use the remove silent from audio regions function, so I did it by hand. After that, I did the mapping, and finally the scripting. So here's the first version we have before the effects, after EQing, and after the little room I added, so it sounds more natural. However, I'm not satisfied with that, there's a problem. Indeed, when I did the recording, I liked to play the strings slowly because I loved the fact that I was playing the strings one after the other and we were hearing that guitar thing, that chord thing. It was beautiful in my headphones. But when I did the mapping and I played the melody with it, it was just terrible because when you play melody, you want the notes to come fast. You don't want to have a ring, ring anytime you play a note. So I started everything again. I did everything a second time. The first time I did it, I did every semitones because I really wanted to have every note. However, those Taishogoto are old. Some notes are wrong or bad or there's buzzing. So I decided to do every minor third so I could really control, be really aware and have a very clean sound. Here's the results of the new version. Let me introduce the UI. So we have a Taishogoto here and some knobs that I'm going to explain now one by one. First we have the mic, which is the condenser mic, so the AKG C413. It sounds like this. So now just the pickup mic. And now both. Here's the mechanic knob. When you play the Taishogoto, you press the buttons while you play. But when I recorded it, I was just pushing the button one and then playing different layers of my notes. So I recorded the mechanics apart. Here's what it sounds like. And now with the mics, so it adds realism to the instrument. Now we have a reverb knob, which is applied 3.5 seconds. And here's the drone. So on the actual Taishogoto, there's a drone. Here's what it sounds like when you activate it. On the Taishogoto, it's a G, but I added a pitch knob so we can change the notes. It goes from C to C so you can play every note. Now let me show you inside the instrument so you can understand how it was made. For every sound there's the condenser mic and the pickup mic. And for every note there's 3 round robins. All the mic sound go into the mic bus, which is spun a little bit on the left. All the pickup sound go into the pickup bus, which is spun a little bit on the right. Here's the mechanic in that goes into the mechanic bus, and then we have the mechanic out that works thanks to the release trigger. Then we have the drone mic and drone pickup that both go into the drone bus. Here are the effects. So without any effects it sounds like this. After EQing, I added a room reverb so it sounds more realistic. And then a plate reverb that is longer, 3.5 seconds. Here it is. So that's it for the Taishogoto. I hope you like it and that you create great music with it. If you compose music thanks to that Taishogoto, please send it to me. I would be glad to hear what you make with it. I'm going to record some new traditional instruments here in Japan, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Now I let you with an interview I made of a friend of mine who is a Taishogoto player. It was Arthur. See you in the next one.
松岡さやです。関西の和歌山県に住んでいます。仕事は和歌山県の地方創生で、一緒に農家さんと一緒に働いています。高校生の時に、お琴のクラブに部活に入っていて、そこから日本の和楽器にすごく興味を持ちました。今はおばあちゃんが使ってた大正琴を少し弾いています。大正琴は大正時代に作られた、お琴だから大正琴っていう名前がついてます。お琴と、タイプライターを合わせたような楽器で、左手はピアノのような弦になってます。音色はギターと、ハープを合わせたような音色になってます。右手でピックを持ちます。で、弦を弾きます。これを弾きながら左手で鍵盤を押さえます。これでドレミ、ピアノみたいに押して同時に弾いて音を出します。双方でトレモロとかなどもあります。近代の楽器です。1912年に大正元年っていう日本の元号があるんですけど、大正元年に森田五郎さんという名古屋の方によって作られました。タイプライターとお琴を組み合わせたような楽器です。おばあちゃんが、ずっと私が生まれた年から大正琴をやっていたらしくて、よく演奏会に行ったりとかおばあちゃん家に行ったらよく練習している風景を見ていました。隣に住んでいるのでよく貸してもらっています。はい、すごく楽しみだなと思います。このユニークな和楽器の音色を使っていろんな音楽ジャンルにもトライしてほしいなって思いますし、これを機にいろんな人に大正琴とか和楽器の音色を知るきっかけになったらいいなって思います。